Kleenmold Base 300. I am Jim Zelko. I am the technical manager of Kleenmold. We have a new product we're introducing called Kleenmold Base 300, and that product is for delivery equipment, especially for deflectors. The whole glass division is asking for a better product for the deflectors. I'd like to discuss a little bit right now about Kleenmold Base 10 and the differences between 10, 26, and 300. Most of you are familiar with applying the Kleenmold Base 10, okay, a catalyst, and the Base 10, all right? One of the differences between the 26 and the 10, and actually the only difference is application time. In other words, once you mix the catalyst with the Base 10, okay, after that's thoroughly mixed, which takes about 3 minutes, 4 minutes, say, okay, your application time is 15, 20 minutes at best, and then the product starts to stiffen up and you just can't apply it anymore, okay. That's the big feature that's not so good with the Base 10. Kleenmold Base 26, okay, was specifically developed to give you a little more application time, okay? It's mixed the same way, the catalyst into the Base 26, mix up 3 or 4 minutes, applied the same way, both of them are applied by brush, okay? And you have approximately, after it's thoroughly mixed, you have approximately 45 minutes, maybe 1 hour to get it applied to your delivery. So now we come to our new product for delivery and especially for deflectors, Kleenmold Base 300. So we're gonna get it mixed up, and we're actually going to apply it on some deflectors right now. And the important thing is in the mixing of the 300. So, we have some mixing sticks. We're going to open up the catalyst, and we can open up the Base 300 also. Now, however, a couple things I want to point out. If you want to get a little bit closer look here at the catalyst, and I'm going to put my mixing stick in there, right? A little bit tacky. And I'm going to mix this up separately. Real good. Not just, you know, toying with it, okay? Mix it up both directions. Pick it up a little bit. Get it off the sides of the jar. And up in the shoulder a little bit too. Get it down in there. It's important to get it mixed up and have a very good consistency. Now you can see after mixing it pretty good, both directions, up and down, got a nice sheen to it. It looks blended, doesn't it? And it's stirring up easily, not tacky or stiff. Okay. So we'll go over to our can with the 300, with the base. As you can see here, it needs to be mixed. You have a shinier product and a little bit tackier looking. You need to get in there and also mix this up real good. Now, there's more even consistency here. You're not seeing some shiny spots and tacky spots. It's more even. So now we have that, satisfied with that. Take the catalyst, and we're going to get it all inside the can of Base 300. And what I mean by that, it's important. Turn the jar around, okay? Scrape it out properly. See, I'm getting up into that shoulder of that bottle, all right? If you don't have the catalyst out of there, the product won't mix up properly. And like a lot of products on the market, it's the same way. Take the little extra time to get it out. There, I'm just about satisfied with it. And now, we're going to mix up both. You know, our directions say mixing this up 3 or 4 minutes, and that's true. That's what it should be. And my method from the old school is keep mixing it until your arm gets tired. And that's usually about 3 minutes for me, anyway. So both ways works fine. And remember, when you're mixing it, I'm going in both directions and I'm lapping it up too. Lapping it up, mixing both directions. Now, as you can see, we're getting close to having a good mix, and I can show you why. Look at the nice sheen there you have. That's how it should be. There's no lumps, huh? Nice clear sheen in there. Matter of fact, I'm so happy with it, I'm going to mix it a little more because it doesn't hurt. Get down into the corners of the can, lap it up, mix it up real good. And now the big difference I'm going to tell you about the Base 300 is after you're satisfied with it being mixed up properly, we let it set. Good idea to let it set 15, 20 minutes. This allows our new product to cure, to formulate the way it should be. It needs time to more or less rest a little bit before we apply. So about 20 minutes and this will be ready to apply. So it's been 20 minutes. The product is ready, but I'll tell you what. Let's give it a little mix both ways. Lift it up a little bit. And we're going to have another look in the light here. As you can see, you have that nice sheen to apply. That's how it should be. Okay. The product is now ready to apply to a deflector. We have a couple deflectors we'll apply the product to. I'm going to put on some gloves. The general rule, that pretty much helps. And most people use a 1.5 or 2-inch brush. Really, it's your choice, okay? I prefer a 2-inch brush. So anyhow, we'll get a 2-inch brush out. And one thing a lot of folks do, from a lot of different factories all around the world, is usually the brush is a little flimsy here. So it's not a bad idea to take a pair of scissors and cut some of that off so you stiffen it up. It doesn't have to be a real neat job. Always helps to have a real good pair of scissors, which these aren't, but there we go. Not so bad. Now, we don't have the best of equipment like you do in the factories to set these deflectors on. But first of all, you can see the deflector is nice and clean. Or your troughs, whatever you choose to put your coating on. But they're nice and clean. And also I do see from different parts, different factories, some people will take lacquer thinner, acetone, and put it on a rag or put it in a little can with another brush, and they do a last wipe through to get any residue out of the article you're going to coat, and in this case the deflector. So after that's done, the piece is ready. Usually, this is the entry, okay, where the gob will be coming into. Get some on your brush. So you can see here is I'm not really neat at doing this up in this area, okay? But I'm getting it on there for the entry part of it. And as a general rule, what I do, and some other folks do, and I like to see done, is I start in the center and come up the side of the deflector. Get around here a little bit better. Okay? And I work my way down. I'm going to try and get it this way here. You can see center and up. The center and up to get an even coat. And I'm not surely the best at doing this because I don't do it every day like a lot of you folks do. So there's a lot of you folks out there that apply this and have a better, more or less to say, brushing ability than I do. So keep doing what you're doing. If you're using base 10 and 26 and been successful at brushing it on, keep doing the same thing. From the center up. I think that's a good rule of thumb. As you can see, I'm going to go back through, clean it up just a little bit. As it does run, it tends to run down towards the center of your deflector. We'll get another piece up here. Again, the piece is nice and clean. We'll start applying. Remember now, your application time with the base 300 is at least an hour, okay? And more. But it's at least an hour before it hardens up and you can't apply it. Again, from the center up. A nice even coat, like painting your wall in your living room. A lot of people ask, well, what's the proper amount to put on there? Well, that's hard to judge. As a general rule, about 1 to 2 mils of thickness will get the job done. Now you can see as I dip the brush into the can of the mixed product, the nice shiny sheen you have on there. That's an indication that it's mixed properly. That's what you want to see. And you just simply get the excess out of the center and you'll have a nice even coat. Okay? You come over to the other one. There you go. You can see here they're well coated. Nice and even coat. That pretty much is the application. The mixing is very important, okay? You want to get an even coat on there. Don't be in a real hurry. You have time. You have application time. You don't have to rush like with the base 10, as you only got about 15 minutes after you mix. All right, now, after you apply your base 300, very similar to the 10 and 26. A good thing to do is let them set overnight in room temperature. Okay, you don't want them out in the hot sun too hot. You don't want them in the freezing cold, but at room temperature, let them set at least 24 hours, and then you can put them on the machine. As you can see, we have a nice shine here. They're starting to set up. There's not much run in the center of these two here. And one of the big advantages of the 300 being a brand new product, you really don't need to have any special training. It's pretty much the same as the 10 and 26, except please, folks, mix up both good. Helps a lot, okay? And you're going to get longer life with the 300 versus the 10 and the 26. Kleenmold Base 300, better product, longer lasting.